there's no announcement from USCIS about a second lottery. And last time it happened, it was right about now, July going into August, when we had our last lottery announcement. Okay, and here the last news release is from March 30th, just saying that they're starting they've reached their cap and they're doing their process. So for now, what I would tell you is that the H1B second lottery, there is no information on that yet. It's not clear when and whether that's happening, and we'll have to wait and see. We'll update you as it comes up. Okay, most likely it's going to happen very soon. Hi, Chetan. Sig hi. Hi, how you doing, Chetan? And let's keep going. All right, I have an H4 dependent kid. What are my options to get him a green card? So keep in mind that the way the green card process works with the F1 as well, I mean the family preference categories as well as the employment categories, if you are a primary, your beneficiaries qualify with you at the time of your case. So any H4 dependent child will qualify right away for an AOS with you as long as your case goes. Now, the biggest problem that we see with H4 dependent children is that they age out when a petition is taking 10 years or more to get approved. In some of those cases, it's a little more complicated. In some of those cases, depending on the priority date and the age of the child, you can sometimes have them be eligible even after the age of 21. I'm digging deep here. I remember something about it. I can't remember exactly because it's a very specific rule. Baby girl Anne wants to join with me as a host. Do you know who that is? All right. Sorry, guys. Got a request. Don't know who it is. So that is what's going on. What's going on? Rajesh, I'm going to answer your question in a second. You don't have to spam it again. Okay, I'll get to it. I see it. So right now, in terms of an H4 dependent, you're going to try to have them go with you and till the age of 21. Okay, so right now what I'm telling you is until the age of 21, they're legal to go with you. That means you must file the final step, the 485, or the consular process prior to their 21st birthday. Okay, if I have an update on that, we'll do something on it. Marissa, can we put that down as a video? Dependent children in the EB process. Okay. All right. Do you anticipate the green card dates for EB3 India to progress despite the U.S. visa wastage? Yeah. Maverick 8805. Maverick, thanks. So again, a lot of this numbers game comes really from Charles Oppenheim. I can't remember his name. Charles, the guy from the Department of State. And he has indicated that they think this month there'll be another advancement, but not as huge like the 13-month advancement we had in July. And that will probably happen again next year. But the problem is, from what I recall, next year's allotment of visas has not yet been determined, and we only have the 140 instead of the 260 or whatever that we have this year. So we will find out more next year if we have spillage and carryover. They're trying hard to recapture visas or lost visas and trying to use them. So I'm kind of hopeful that in October or November we'll hear more news about that. But right now, we should see some advancement. What is today, the 14th? Yeah, we should have a visa bulletin out soon. We should see an advancement in EB3, but not like the 13 months we just had. Hi, sadly, Happy 9. Thanks for your question. H1B lottery, I just updated. We don't have any news on that yet. When are visitor visas going to open? Sanskrit 705. Hey, Sanskrit 705. Visitor visas opening. Look, this is the hardest question about anything to do with consulates. Any consulate question is very, very hard because we've been engaging consulates all over the world with different results, with different consulates, and it's really, frankly, kind of tough to figure out what they're going to do. Keep in mind that consulates are all working off a more than 50% cut in capacity, and some of them are open certain days, some of them are doing certain things. The visitor visa, we do know that certain people who are applying for those are getting them in the mail if they already have it. So we're seeing the renewals, and this is pretty general. I've seen it in two countries, Mexico and India. I've seen the visitor visa renewal just get approved again. So that is the best way to look at that. that the visitor visa may actually be good for renewals, but for new ones, you're going to get back at the back of a very, very, very long line. All right, Jai Hind 274. How are you? Or Jai Hind. Sir, do we need a biometrics on an I-130 marriage-based green card? You sure do. Keep in mind it's 2 steps. It's the I-130 and the I-485. Step 1, step 2. Any application for a green card requires biometrics, so there will be a biometrics on it. You list the I-130. I know for sure it's on the I-485. In terms of the I-130 needing one, I don't recall, and I'm not really up to date on that, but it might be. Okay. All right, Rajesh Kanan's one. Visa stamping can be done outside USA. All right, so this is called what's called third country processing, okay? TCP. Now, TCP, third country processing, is extremely difficult to gauge. And it's difficult to gauge because it's up to the consulate where you're going to determine whether they're going to actually service you and handle your visa. Now, prior to COVID, I would tell you something different. Prior to COVID, I would tell you, hell yeah, we can try it. Let's see if we can contact XYZ consulates and see if we can go. So number one, prior to COVID, we had a little bit more open door policy. Now, since COVID, at that time, prior to COVID, we still had a problem with Indian nationals. Where can you go without an additional visa? Because you might want to go to Canada, but is Canada visa free for Indians? And the answer is no, it's not. So you need a visa to go there. There's some 20, 30, 40 countries that are visa free for Indians. And it's like Mauritius, it's like, Turks and Caicos. It's like random places. It's not Turks and Caicos. It's the islands outside of India. I apologize. Andaman. That's what I'm saying. Over there, right? Or Thailand, right? So being able to get to the country is one of the biggest points. And it's a very, very big deal because the U.S. consulate, for example, in India, in Vancouver, does not want an Indian national to, if they take their visa, and they wouldn't take their visa and take their case in, and then you end up overstaying because the process takes too long. So, oh, cool. Well, my brother said he's watching. Hey Jay. So, if you were going to go to a third country to process, you need to have a visa for that country. Now, the other thing you should also keep in mind is that if you go to a third country for processing, you have to have the visa already from your home country. So if this is your first H-1B visa, then no. Because Indians require specific checks at the consulate back home. They had weird names. They had a special security clearance. There's one's an ibis, one's a donkey. They have all sorts of crazy names for their clearances. And people in sciences and technology require specific clearance. So if you don't have a visa from India, an H-1B stamp visa in your passport, it's highly likely today you can't do a TCP process like in Canada or another place. So what I typically tell people is, if you're going to do a third country process, you need a lot of background first before you get to it, okay? With COVID, it's even harder because they don't want you in their country. They don't want Americans in Canada, in case you didn't know. And Rajesh Khanna S., apparently you're going to qualify in the Americans visiting Canada category, which is right now a little bit tight, okay? Okay, so don't spam your question, Rajesh. I got it. You spammed it a lot, and I got it, my friend. Let's just hit them, guys. I'm going as fast as I can. All right. Lambo 56789. Love that name. All right, Lambo. Can loss of a job be a problem for Aos Eb2 Niw? There's a yes and no on that. Yes and no on that. NIW means your national interest waiver has been approved. If your national interest waiver has been approved, then you can do something about that. If your national interest waiver has been approved, you can do something about that. The national interest waiver works like this. It says that you don't need to go through the perm process and have a specific employer. You can sort of self-employ, but you do need to show employment in the future. So typically with national interest waivers, we have one right now pending in Japan. We have a bunch of job offers from universities, the University of Riverside, University of Redlands, UC Riverside, and a couple of the colleges out there. I've all offered her specific work because of the type of work she does. They want her to be a lecturer in their public health departments. So right now, what I would say to you is losing the job alone is not going to end your AOS, but it's fact specific. You must have a lawyer. Talk to him. Don't ask a random question to me. I don't have your case in front of me. I need to see your details to know whether it's going to be a specific problem, okay? All right, JHIM274, how long to get biometrics notice after receiving a receipt in Vermont? Good luck, my friend. Usually 8 weeks. Visa stamping in India. I got it, Rajesh. Mavericks 8805. On behalf of everyone, thanks a bunch for taking the time to do these. Really appreciate it. You guys are welcome. You guys are great. I really appreciate my audience because you guys are all really smart. Most of you are smarter than me. I just happen to know more about immigration. That's all. All right. Saeed, you talk 92. Realistically, how long will it take to get a work permit after applying for a marriage green card? Realistically, you'll get your green card first, my friend. Realistically, you're going to get your green card first. Biden's trying to fix it. The marriage-based, the green card, the EAD is so backlogged right now that I have people with OPT never getting their work permits. Never. Just, it never shows up. So while they're working on it, 6 months would be the best I can say when we get there. Month by month, we're going to get there. Okay? Jay's stamping and visa, my friend. I would have banned you if I'd seen how many times you spammed this thing. User 20415-674-77853. Call that number, Marissa. Let's see who it is. Is there any options coming for H4 EAD premium processing? No. Look, we've got a lot of calls on the H4 EAD premium, and it's a hit or miss process. So what I'll tell you is this. With our internal clients, we do it. We do it because they're already our clients. With our external clients, people calling in saying, can you do an H4 EAD for us? I didn't answer that one. Okay. With that H4 EAD, I didn't get, we're not always getting positive results. What we have to do is we have to basically write up what's called an NIE type explanation. Once we've done an inquiry, we have to submit documentation explaining the industry, the commercial sector that's being harmed, and how that impacts even the job and the company. So typically we need company letters and all that. So right now, there is the premium process or the expedited process for H4 EAD is very, very difficult. But H4 EAD premium processing is not going to happen. Let me tell you my trick, user 2041567, whatever. Look, when you do an I-129 petition, you pay for premium processing. This is the oldest trick in the book, and I give you guys these for free. You attach the I-539 H4 EAD stuff, and you ask for a courtesy approval at the same time. This is what you have to do with your attorneys. You need to say to you, can you try this? Because when you're filing for that I-129 and you pay the premium, they sometimes will help you out. They'll approve the H4 and maybe not always approve the EAD, but they'll approve the H4. So check that out, guys, and see if that helps you out a lot, okay? All right. Oh, Sigit. Hey there. For job change on H1B, my I-140 approved. Do I need to give any document to lawyers of the other company? Yeah, depending on your AC-21, you'll need approval of your I-140 notice, approval notice, depending on your AC-21. That priority date on your I-140 notice is super important. If you're from India, obviously it'll be a long wait. If you're not and it's current, then you're not going to get extensions beyond your 6-year and AC-21. You'll get a 1-year extension once, and that's it. You also need to show it to them if you're going to recollect that priority date in a new filing, or if you're going to port that job over to the new company. So, Sigit, man, yes. Short answer, yes. Another Rajesh Khanna visa stamping can be done outside of India. My God, man, you're a spam artist. Hello, Mars. Hey, Mars. What is the general timeline for a perm approval? Perm approval after filing, the fastest we've got them is 6 to 8 months. Longest is 10 months. Audit, you're at 12 to 15 months. It's Amisa. It's Amisa. Oh, it's Amisha. Hey, it's Amisha. H1B was approved in June, premium processing, but only my HR received approval notice and I didn't. Yeah, that's the way it's supposed to go. They never give it to you. You're not part of it. The original I-797 goes to your employer, and after that, the courtesy notice might go to your attorney. Usually we give our courtesy notice to our clients so they can take it for the visa stamping. Oh my God, Rajesh, you're the spam artist. I'm never talking to you again. I keep going. I keep getting your question over and over. All right, server 1021. I've gotten my new H1 application to premium recently. Does it affect my approval chances? No, it doesn't. You just get approved, man. You got a good case, you're going to win. If you're in the STEM field, you should win. If not, you guys got to hire me. All right, Jenny, Prajapati 4. Jenny, sir, what about I-130 immigration process? Yeah, what about it? It's a process. What do you want to know? You get married or you have a family member, you file that as the first step. It's the petition. And it depends. If your priority date is current, you file the 485. If it's not, you wait until the PD is ready, okay? Sanskrit 1705, visitor's visa. Eddie Chucha. I have an older brother back in my country. I'm a citizen here. What can I bring him here? You can file an F4 petition, Eddie. That's a family-based petition on the I-130. And the wait list on those on different countries ranges from 7, 8 to 27 years. Okay? So you can file it if he's not here, and you guys are willing to wait. That's the way to do it, okay? Anish Gupta, 509. Can visa be done in other countries for Indian citizens? I just talked about third country processing at length. TCP is a process that requires you to have a visa in your passport from your home country and a visa to visit that country, and you have to be able to get in. You can file the DS-116, try and get an appointment, DS-165, sorry, and see if you can get in, and that's the best way to go for it. It's not so good right now because of COVID. MITS-85, H1B employee visa-based visa. We applied for green card through AD and travel documents. So, that's not a question. I'll find the rest of your question later. Oh, so how long to wait? Oh, there it is, right below. Okay, so that's a complicated question. I mean, if you have an H1B and it's your underlying status, you should always keep that valid in case the adjustment doesn't happen. You should know about your priority dates. You should know about your filing dates. Is it 485 filed? If a 485 has been filed, then it's usually a countdown of 12 months to the finish line, okay? That's usually how I handle those, okay? Good luck on that. Right. Wow, my screen just shot forward and I'm trying to get this moving forward. All right, lots of questions. So meets 85, usually a 45 is 13 months, 12 months or less, okay? I would keep your 480, I would keep your H1B visa the whole time. Jax0096, my lawyer put an application on 30, got approved, I don't have anything else. It depends on your category. If it's an IR category, you should file right away. If it's not IR, look at your PD and find out when you can file. Ben Amoso 2, I'm on a 12-month visa. My AD expired this weekend. Can I work with my receipt? Is that an I2? Oh, I2, yeah. No, you cannot. All visas require the EAD in hand. If a parsley farmer gets sued, can they garnish his wages? Right. Bokharat should be a mediator on our chat. That is very funny. Most likely, yes. They will take his wages, maybe his parsley. They'll be garnishing a lot. Obsiadu 9083. I separated with my wife. I'm sorry to hear that. She applied for divorce. How am I going to get my 10 years green card? I don't know, man. I have no idea. How are you going to get your 10 years green card? What kind of question is that? I'm sorry to hear what happened. Look. Immigration understands that marriages don't always work. The question they have for you is whether it's what's called a bona fide. Is it a bona fide marriage or not? Okay, so that's going to come up as part of your process and the filing of your I-751. You need to get somebody to help you with your I-751. Okay, you're going to have to file it after the divorce. Can OP2 holder file for EB3? Short answer, yes. Long answer, many, many details. Talk to your attorney. Faiz Masood, my STEM extension application taking too long. Is that normal? Yes. It's terrible. It's very normal. It's terrible. User 95712, very original. User 9571201895089. How long will it take to complete background check process for EB green card? Well, it'll be probably shorter than me reading your name. Good Lord, man. Get an original name. Background checks take the same time it takes to adjust status, 13 months. Adaya official. When the EAD AP are applied on the same day, why would fingerprints be applied to EAD and not AP? The fingerprints are for both. It won't matter. You do one biometrics, it covers them both. Even if it says it differently in the receipt notice, it'll just cover both. All right, Surenden Upane 04, I-140, NIW, EB2, time processing text center right now. I don't know. Look it up on the computer. Why do I have to DB processing time? I don't know that. Look it up. Rajesh Khanna, that's why I reached you late multiple times. Oh, you're just explaining why you spammed me, Rajesh. Spammer. It's okay. I'll answer your question. Don't worry. Obsiadu 83. I separated my wife. She bring me here. Yeah, I read yours, spammer. You're a spammer too. Book rat. I threw a boomerang a couple years ago. I now live in a costume. We'll have to do a video of a boomerang just coming in the window and hitting me in the head, and then I'll blame you, dude. All right, Jax0096. I-130 approved last year, and lawyer won't do anything else. What should I do? Hey, Jax, you need to know your priority date, my friend. Most likely you're not eligible to adjust status, and they just didn't tell you that. It's called a standalone I-130. We do them all the time. And standalone I-130s, we tell people they're called standalone I-130s. Maybe your attorney didn't tell you that? Sorry, sir. You got it, Rajesh. I'm making jokes, dude. It's fine. You've already 20. Did EB5 program got expired? No, not yet. Sanskrit, H1B extension, I-140 days, 140 days over, but still waiting for results. When can I expect? Did you have a good case? Someone tell Jennifer no. Did she not look at my calendar? Are you not? Yeah, look, a lot of the H1Bs are taking a long time, and because of that, you're gonna have to just wait, dude. Premium processing is the way to go. A lot of the employers that I work with want to do that. That's all they want to do. Hang on, I got an appointment. Sorry. Okay, so the I-140 is 140 days over. What can you expect? Look, man, you got to pay the premium if you want to go. But of course, with the change of employer, it's an extension. You got 240 days to work. When it gets close to the 200 mark, you can actually do something about it. All right, and that would be filing the premium. Okay. I don't know the processing time in Texas Center. I just don't know it. I have somebody else know that for me. Okay, and she's not here. I'm in US. Was on H4, filed AOS, F1, and B2 in Jan. It's not an adjustment, COS, change of status to F1 and B2 in January. Unable to get admission, still waiting for approval. Hey, man, I got a lot of clients waiting a long time on that change of status to the F1. Obviously, you have to do the bridge petition like you did, and we have some of these that are pending for a long time, and I do know the processing time on that because we have a meeting in a couple minutes with the client. 13 months is the processing time on those cases. So you're going to have to wait till they approve it, and I know it makes no sense, but that's the way it works, okay? Work with a lawyer on that. There's a lot of complications with those cases right now. Hello, Mars. What's the general timeline for prevailing wage application? 6 months. Texas Center, I don't know. I'm colorblind. The diagnosis came completely out of the purple. Bro, I'm so sad. Did you like this guy? I love this guy too. Okay, is there a way to push USCIS to become more efficient in their processes? Yes! You can have your citizen, spouse, parent, friends write letters to Congress and tell them that immigration sucks. Here's your letter. Dear Congressman so-and-so, I am a member of your district and I voted for you. Here's my complaint. USCIS sucks. Can you please fix it? All right? So that's the letter I would recommend. You can say that your attorney Sumeet told you to write that. All right. Saiduko, thank you. You're welcome. Buckrat, I wasn't that hungry, so I just ate a kid's meal at McDonald's. His mother was feeding him. Okay. Only my employer received the approval notice, and I didn't. Should I be worried? No, it's fine. I mean, you're fine. Eddie Chucha, older brother, I told you F4. All right, looks like we're at the bottom here. Companies applying. Oh, shoot. Got a bunch of things. Oh my God, I got like 100 more questions. Companies applying for perm instead of 3 years H1B extension. Any potential issues? Yum Pum Yum. Great name, Yum Pum Yum. Listen, Yum Pum Yum. Listen close. Very close. Lean in. Get close. Get close. Yes. There's my answer. There are issues. There are lots of issues. Are you crazy? I hope they have the better plan than that. All right. So good luck on that one. God, there's so many questions. I'm gonna try and get to all of them. And company perm 3 years. Any potential issues? Yes. So I'll give you my joke answer, but it's the truth. Lots of issues. What are you doing? Can one person apply EB1, EB2 in one application? No, separate applications always. Any update on H4ED? None. You can do expedited processing. We've been trying them for some of our clients and winning on some of them. Yeah, glad you liked that one too. Can one person Can one person be E1, EB2? Yeah, you can be both categories. It's just two different cases and two different applications. For 6 months, one day on day one CPT while doing my second master's and later discontinued. Yeah, you can have a problem with console processing. That's my best answer for day one CPT. Remember, you can have lots of problems with people. Hi, Pavan, 1980. Hi. What's the quickest way to get that embassy or still working to reduce hours? There's no quick way to get to the embassy. Be married to an American citizen. The priority dates, we did a video on those, on embassy priorities, and it's citizen, spouse of citizen, children of citizen, all the rest. I'm getting the wrap it up signal. Sorry, my internet left. Did you answer my question about non-exempt H1B employers? That was really tricky. I did not. I will answer it if I find it. Company applying for perm. Nope, not a good. Oh, Capil Manchada just got my H1B approved at 45 days and 221G here in Canada, but now I need to get my wife's H4. Good luck. You can try it in Canada as well. That's going to be a lot of work. Okay. Yum pum yum. I told you the answer to your question. It's going to be a lot of problems and a lot of work. Oh, hi. I got your question now. Thank you so much. Sue Hummer. Thanks, Ryan. Okay, my master's, but okay. I'm on the F1 visa, almost done with my master's. I'm not in STEM. How do I get a cap exempt visa? H1B. So H1B cap exempt means you're outside of the lottery system. I'll do a long answer on this and maybe wrap it up with a couple more questions because there's a phone call coming up soon. I can do 5 more minutes. All right, cap exempt H1Bs are pretty simple. It's a nonprofit organization that's affiliated with a post-secondary educational institution. Most often, cap exempt institutions are hospitals or businesses that are nonprofit like that work with a university or a school. That's number one. That's number two, actually. The number one is actually working at a university or school, okay? Those are usually nonprofit organizations that are post-secondary. So the cap exempt H1B is a great way to just get yourself working and get going. But keep in mind that you can't transfer that to an exempt outside of the cap exempt world, okay? So I really recommend those, but I like it when my clients do a cap exempt and then we file the lottery each year until we get it, okay? That gives them much more leeway and flexibility to move on in life when they get a chance. Okay, my roommate is now processing O1 with you. She's super happy with your services. Oh, hey, you're so awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Well, thank you, Melissa. You're fantastic, and your roommate is probably a superstar, and that's why she's doing it. So we're doing tons of O1s because the entertainment industry has been reaching out across the universe around the world. And these O1s are coming from all over the world with NIEs and with great cases. Now, I had a call today, young lady from Slovenia, and she was just getting started, and so I kind of got her in the right direction for her to get going with doing some classes or doing some work here. And I'm going to give you some of that advice, okay? If you're out there and you want to get into the entertainment industry or you're working here and you want to get your O1, one of the things you can do is get here somehow. That means a tourist visa or a student visa. And do your best to network here. The reason is the O1 has two things it looks at. It looks backwards. What have you done? Show us your critical distinguished role, distinguished company. And then it looks forwards. What are you doing now? And what are you doing in the future? Who's going to hire you here? What is it you're doing? Okay? So the O1 is a really great way for lots of people, artists, even engineers and business people. It can qualify for the O1. I'd love to talk about it. If you guys have questions, check out our videos or shoot us a chat or make an appointment, okay? Can you file 2 green card applications, H1B and family? Yes, you can. Hi, I live in Pennsylvania. Can I be in contact with you? I need help with my case, please. You sure can. C. Neil J001. Give us a call. 213-995-6655 is our number. I think it's an 800. Is it an 888 with that too? 888? No. 213-995-6655 is our general number. You get our call center, and you'll get all our information about who to get in touch with. Now, if you don't get that, you can ask for Edgar or Amy. Those are the 2 assistants who schedule for me. Or Claudia, and ask for an appointment with Sumeet. Just ask for me by name, and they'll know how to get a hold of me, okay? Thanks for helping my immigration case. You're the best. Melissa, yeah, of course, you and your friends. I know we've helped them a lot with stuff. So a lot of our contact info is listed at the top under gig law, in our profile, okay? And we have the specific number is 213-927-3591. Again, 213-927-3591. So last time, 213-927-3591. That's that. If you call that number, then they know you're calling for me. Okay, that's just we have sort of a specific service that they handle the calls for me. Rob, thanks a lot. Rob's really laughing. I don't know, something's busting him up today. It's good. I like it when Rob laughs. All right, can I travel to India with EAD and AP when our green card is still processing? Sure you can. Don't travel to India now. I mean, right? Travel ban, right? So little Vadhanula, don't travel. There's a travel ban. And I don't know how you're going to get back. So hold on, okay? All right. Adya Official, thanks for answering. So EAD, AP are due at the same time? Usually they are, yeah, especially when you apply as a card. Sunny, Devar 3, can EAD, AP be improved regardless of I-140 approval? No. No. Who told you that? Who told you to file that? You filed that with the 485, so I-140 has to be approved for you to file to get approval on that. And they won't approve it until the I-140 is approved. All right. I see your question there, little Badha Nula. We have an EAD approval and our PD is current, but we haven't filed our medical paperwork. You know, it's not really that. You can travel on AP anytime. I'm talking COVID times right now and travel bans. If you have your case pending, you can travel. Your attorney should advise you of the risks, right? Risks being that if your case is denied and you're overseas, you're not coming back, right? So it's a pretty serious risk. And I tell clients most of the time, don't travel. Why? Because I don't want you to get stuck overseas, okay? So we can talk to you if you want, but basically you're gonna need to make a decision on your own. COVID times, don't travel because India has a travel ban, okay? You're welcome, obviously. As a major stakeholder, is it possible to provide critical feedback to USCIS and have them address it? Yeah, there's stakeholder meetings all the time. You know, we do have that. Unfortunately, a lot of the branches that we work with the USCIS are already working with us on certain things. And that's because our organization as a whole is one of the largest offices that files specific kinds of cases, which are really background investigation type cases. We do a lot of those because a lot of our clients, that's all they need, because we can tell them after the investigation, that's it. And you know, you got to stop. So, you know, we're pretty big in terms of, you know, USCIS has reached out to us and spoken to us about what our experience is with their process and how we can do it better. So there are other organizations that do that. And frankly, I mean, I've been posting some stuff. So I don't know if you noticed, but Jack Ma from Microsoft had a whole series of tweets that he made public about how the feedback he gave to USCIS specifically about employment-based H4 EADs and H1bs. If you look at some of our videos, you'll see that we have a bunch of those up, and you'll see that we discuss that. So the big players are doing what they can, and you know, giving feedback to USCIS is a great idea. That their processes are essentially broken. I mean, the truth is, you know, for our general purpose, it's broken. It's broken. It's broken when you have an employer and you file a case and you don't get an answer for 12 months. That's broken. What employer hires somebody 12 months in advance? What employer says, oh, it's okay, I'll wait? No, employers hire people for the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks, a month, 2 months. Employers don't wait for a year for you to come to work. I mean, it's just absurd. So when you take the real world and then you take immigration world, the disconnect is massive and it's only grown, right? In my career time, we're at the most disjointed that it's ever been. Frequently in my career, USCIS worked closely with major stakeholders, had stakeholder meetings, took stakeholder feedback, and developed processes. In fact, the H4 EAD is an Obama creation for one purpose. There was 20, 40, 50, 100,000 highly qualified individuals who could not get an H1B because of the lottery and were then clearly eligible through the H4 EAD process, and he just moved some things around and fixed it up. And Biden's doing the same thing right now. So, you know, responsiveness to the immigration dysfunction is happening now. It's just not good enough for you or me because we watched it go from pretty good to royally screwed in a mess and just not working to some patchwork of fixes. So right now the fixes that are coming through are very, very low, very, very low. And I'm gonna get out pretty soon. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for checking in with us. I always appreciate you guys coming to the lives. And I hopefully answered most of your questions. Day 1 CPT by Colonel Grove 27 is not advisable. No. I mean, it is if you're not going to travel. Talk to your lawyer and just make sure you have the right answer to that question. If you're not going to travel, it's okay. If you're going to travel, forget about it because the consulate officers hate it. So that's all I would say about that. H4 EAD litigation, can you file? Warrior 0312. Yeah, but it's going to take me months to file it. We have to file specific requests prior to filing our mandamus claim. It takes a long time. Anyways, you guys are the best. This is just one of our random lives. We're going to do more promotions on it, right, Marissa? Promote it a little better next time. And we'll be going live again next week. You guys are the best. Stay safe out there.